Hello and welcome back to Runner's Fortune, the Pillars of Sypetia. Where we last left our adventurers, you all were on a semi-deserted island of that used to house an ancient civilization. You had gone down into the depths of the island and come across a city with a shadow being and the mark of Vulcus. After getting your rumps soundly beaten,
silence.
You left, regrouped with the rest of your group, and scouted out the island, locating what you believe to be 4 more cities. You've gone through 2 of them thus far, one on the land and one in the mines inside the mountain, to weaken this shadow being that currently has hold on the prime city of the island. You have regrouped with the Raya and found Captain Raya to be quite under the weather with a jello arm and numerous other wounds, which you all did tend to and help her out. Her jello arm will take a little longer to repair. And you all then took the schooner that she recently acquired and headed towards the Aping hold in order to primarily try to procure some people in order to guard and or work on this island of yours that you hope to habitate and make a base of operations for you. You Azazel did hear back from his commanders and the ruling family at Delet, and spies have been placed and have doctored information on you all. And welcome back to Runner's Fortune, the Pillars of Sypetia. Where we last left our group, you all had been on a deserted island, clearing out some of the cities on it of the shadow beings that inhabited it, making it a place for you to fortify. You had reconnected with the Raya, and while the captain and the ship the Raya will be remaining here with their large war vessel, you all have taken a schooner to the hold of Aping. You docked, you paid the quartermaster a little bit to be able to hold your place here, as well as start some repairs on the outside of the vessel, leaving a couple of your ghosts on the inside. And you've made your way over the last day to the city of Aping, and you are just outside. You're about a half-hour's walk. What are you all... Is there anything you guys want to do before you actually head inside the city?
We should inspect the magical items we picked up. Oh, yeah.
That would be smart.
I've been sitting here with them for 3 days.
Staring. You've been meditating.
You just stare at them the whole... You weren't actually meditating on the ship. You were just staring at this thing going, what the...
Tiny.
Great. We've lost Idham. Why? He's busy. He's staring at stuff.
I took the staff with me, so it's like I've just been walking with it on my back.
Oh, you have the staff with you?
Yeah.
And you have the sword, right? As well as a bunch of other stuff. That
There's 5 total items,
cloak.
right?
What did I call
it? Drive.
Dead King's staff, quote unquote, very magical.
I really hope
There is a ring, there is a belt, a pair of boots, and a cloak, and then the sword and staff.
There's 6 items for 6 people. Funny how that works.
They're in my inventory somewhere.
I would like to think so.
What are you doing over there?
I'm trying to figure out
Magic ring, magic belt, magic pair of boots, magic cloak, very magic
nubs.
sword, and very magic staff, but that's in his inventory, not mine.
Okay, yeah, there are 6
got the
items.
nubs on it.
It's like you almost did that on purpose or something.
The shock.
The gasp.
Math?
Close the lid.
What's
Basic
that?
edition?
And then the charger.
I don't know what that
Dude,
is.
USB-C too. Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess maybe we could have done that on the
2, 3,
pie.
5.
Fish.
What goes after 5?
6.
That's all I can count. It's all I have on my hand.
Pick number 3, my lord.
Yes, exactly.
Sorry, I can only count 20. It's now 19 since I lost my thumb in the war.
Wait, I'm in socks. I can't see my toes.
Means you have 2.
I'm gonna go up to 12, guys.
Your socks combined to 1 toe.
What, do we just want to sit outside the city and inspect magical items?
I mean, we're still technically at our camp that we set up the night before when we
That's
slept. Because we didn't... Well, I say we should inspect those stuff because we don't know what we're going to encounter in the city.
That's very fair. I will definitely help in doing so.
Alrighty. Anyone that would like to try to take a look at these items, let me know which one you're looking at and make an Arcana
Just
check.
hand them out.
I'm inspecting the staff.
Okay.
I would like to inspect the cloak. Unless somebody else wanted to.
I'll inspect the ring.
11.
Sword. Why not?
Okay.
Sword's not a number.
12.
It is if you believe.
That is fair.
What am I rolling?
Arcana.
I rolled a 4, so I have a 12.
Okay.
My dice got stopped by another dice and it gave me a really good number.
Alright, so, on the sword, you are able to determine this is, in fact, a magical sword.
I'm pretty sure you can
Perfect.
sit there for a minute and re-roll and concentrate on it.
Oh, I can give myself advantage, can't I?
Yes.
Perfect.
Sorry, the staff, off of your roll, you were able to determine this is, in fact, a magical staff. And, in fact, it is a quite magical staff. That's about as far as you get.
Okay.
Did he get a
Quite.
nosebleed?
At least you didn't get a nosebleed.
White in parentheses, magical staff.
Yes.
Literally, that's
What did you roll?
22.
I rolled a
Alright.
2, but I have a 9.
Right. Natural 20 for a 22, or...
I have a +4, so an 18.
Okay. Perfect. You are also able to determine that this is a very magical sword, and far beyond your capability in order to actually identify. This is definitely a powerful enough item. You would need an actual enchanter.
I guess we know what we're looking for
Or
when we get
just,
to the
you know,
city.
swing it and hope you don't die.
I would like to stand up from taking it,
Oh god.
do a powerful stance, grab the staff, point at the nearest tree, and just say abracadabra.
Xander's gonna die.
Make an Arcana check.
Yes!
What was your number?
12.
12.
What were you
And
inspecting?
you
The
roll
ring.
the ring?
Yeah.
13.
Okay. It is a thieves' ring.
I'm not rolling good though. Oh my.
Okay.
So when you activate it, a set of thieves' tools expands out from it.
Whoa.
That's fucking cool.
Who wants to be sneaky sneaky? I has no sneaky sneaky.
Do I have sneaky sneaky?
What's your
I am
sleight
not
of hand?
sneaky.
Sleight of hand is 2.
Okay.
I'm not.
That's
Mine
twice as
is
good as...
slightly better.
What, 4?
3.
Oh, I'm
Well, what if
3.
you want
So
to
we're
be
not
four?
sneaky at
You can
all.
always
4.
go
Let me see what the cloak
Your pinky was
has.
like half up, so I didn't know if that was just how you said 4.
Because I also have
And what
a
did you get for your...
22.
Cool.
Jesus.
It is an armored cloak.
Noise.
Oh.
So
Maybe you should have that.
I wear a trench coat, alright? Pull the enchantment, I'll put that on this thing.
So it will increase your armor skill.
Well, I don't think I should take 2 things. I think I should share the wealth.
Wait,
Wait, how
what
much?
did you have? You have the cloak and what else?
Pulling up right now.
Oh, thieves'
I might take the ring. What's your armor? Okay, so at this point, it's gonna go to who has maybe the lowest armor. That might help improve their armor.
Well, we're gonna see what happened after what I did. I just said
Okay,
abracadabra.
what is
so.
your armor?
It's right there, buddy.
Right where?
Oh no, it's not. I'm sorry. That's our. Yeah, it's right there. It's a 17.
So,
Oh, mine's, I don't know. Yeah. Mine's
What's yours?
19.
18,
19.
19. I mean, Perske's doesn't.
What was
need it.
yours?
17.
But we could also give it to someone to make them even tankier.
You make the
I think
tank
it kind of
tankier.
depends on what the other stuff is.
It will increase your armor by 2.
No.
It also does not count as armor. So anybody with any kind of armor restrictions It is not armor. It is
Is somebody checking the belt and the boots?
I'll also check
not
them.
currently, but
Perske, did you want to check something?
You want the cloak?
Because his armor was about to drop.
Oh, because he took off his armor.
I think we should figure out
What
what
is your armor
everything
without
is
armor?
first, and then divvy everything up.
Alright, fair enough. I think he said that for a reason. But fair enough. I understand.
Just do this.
Yeah.
I know we don't do that very well.
20.
20 without?
20 without. So he's still got a decent
Of course,
armor.
that one rolled a net 20. Can I use that?
Can I
I was inspecting the boots.
inspect the belt?
So while the two of you start taking a look,
I got a 13 on the roll.
you
Oh,
pointed your staff. Abracadabra!
And there was no tree there, and then poof, a tree appeared. You have the
You've
tree.
got a buddy.
That's not a tree!
Treason!
That's Perske!
Perske just runs into view real quick. The fact that he's looking through something scares the shit out of me. There's a table and like 19 of the 20 slots just say "fuck Nick up."
Take damage.
Take damage of some capacity.
So you were
1d6?
inspecting the boots?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm inspecting the belt.
Okay.
And I'm using the luck.
Of course you are.
Got a nat 20 on my second roll.
Of course you're using luck. This man's just walking around like the freaking enough feet from a family of rabbits on his fucking hip.
I have all sorts of luck.
Where did you go?
And I walk in my
Wishbone.
rabbit feet
And
jingle.
it just cracks every time
Yes.
to reroll.
Do a wish.
Which
You just crack your wishbone in the middle of combat to reroll. You just
I got a minute.
That's just as
I'm
bad
gonna
as
go.
in Skyrim. Excuse me. Let me pause comments so I can shove a cheese wheel in my mouth.
I don't see anything wrong.
19
with that.
bottles of meat and 2 leaks later, and okay, I'm good. Back to fighting.
So wait, what did you do to the tree? He hasn't finished this telling you?
No, that's
No,
what
he
scares
didn't.
me.
flicking up a sheet. Or
So-
a table.
Oh no.
I like how all
Roll a
of us are,
percentile for me.
Oh Christ.
I like
That's
how all of us are
It's
inspecting
D10
stuff.
and
He's like,
D100.
abracadabra!
It's a value out of
We're not
100.
paying attention. What the
Yeah, it's the one with like the 10,
Perske
20.
might have lost out
Here,
again.
so it's this and this, and then this is the tens and this is the ones. So you roll
Oh, okay.
tens and ones. So this would be like a 40. This would be a 48. This would be an 8.
Oh, okay.
This is
Can you hear
0
us,
or
Perske?
100.
97?
Okay.
That's a really high roll.
I know. I got a 90 and a 7.
It's either going to be a really, really good thing or a really, really bad thing.
The whole world explodes and we die.
There's a fracture in the earth.
My story
Oh,
begins
yes.
now.
Oh,
Now we can hear Perske.
He started
Hi,
as a
Perske.
wheat yeast.
And he's not.
Hi.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. It just goes away when he doesn't speak. Apparently, it does that when he doesn't speak.
It just cuts away now and then if I leave it on, so I'm turning it off and on as I need it.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fair.
Otherwise, I can't hear you.
Okay, that's fair.
This is exactly how
The computer has like one track that it can use, and that's it. It can either be his voice, our voice, his camera, our camera, his text, or our text. None,
No
none
in
of them
between.
combined.
Don't worry, Perske. Next week we'll have a different computer.
I would like to point out that if this
Yay.
was in real life, I would be doing the exact same thing that my character's doing right now.
So, you regain 10 points of magic. Sorry, 50 points of magic.
Does that overflow?
Nope.
We just took a nap.
Okay, well, I was at full before, so perfect.
And a
Do you vomit magic?
of sparks go flying out. Just a little of sparks.
Oh, remind me of Esme.
and-
second sword.
You use a luck
All right.
immediately. So, re-roll your Arcana check that you just made.
Okay.
He has luck.
No choice.
16.
Okay. Percentile.
I really hope you get 97 again. It's going to be an endless loop of Xander being stuck in an endless loop of poof.
9.
9.
Very opposite ends.
You forgot your 7, bro.
You're gonna get like squid ink all over your face or something.
He's just gonna like look at me like
That
that.
poop is going to go
spits
the
at
other
you.
way. He now has a hole in his chest.
You teleport 30 feet forward,
Wah!
and an enormous eruption of flames bursts out the front of it. And then you teleport back to your original spot.
Does the staff
Let's
teleport with
not
him?
fucking all.
I'm just gonna probably look at that and put it on my back and.
Just imagine the guards at the end of the city be like, what? You guys see that little poof? And that was a giant flame! What the hell?
Charizard torching Ash Ketchum has got nothing on the burst of flame you just shot out of the end of this staff.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my
Can
god.
you turn it into Pikachu? Chain lightning!
If he rolls an 8, it's lightning.
Let's probably put it away.
You might have unlocked something, so now as we're walking, he's just gonna go.
It's a show.
That would be hysterical.
It's a flame show now.
The world is coming to an end, and it all started with Xander's back.
Alright, what was the roll for looking at the boots?
Secretly it came out of his
23.
butt.
23. Alright. The boots are the boots of levitation.
Just gonna look at you like they sure said that.
So the boots of levitation.
Levitation.
Whee!
So you don't need those.
How do I get down?
How hysterical would that be?
Levitate the opposite direction.
Just stomp your foot. It won't work. Oh,
In fact, if you
We
think
should
about
give
it,
them to the tree and watch Flying Tree. Look out for the
You may
flying
levitate
tree!
yourself and one willing being or unattended item 20 feet per turn up or down. You cannot move horizontally.
It's like the monk.
Push.
No, the monk you can move yourself horizontally on your own. Yeah. This one you can either go up or down. And if there's a strong wind, you go wee! Or if somebody pushes you.
What if I combine that with
Miss
my...
Hazel, no flapping
Cover.
wings.
Can I move forward?
Yes, because you can walk in air. Is that Perske?
Ozzizzle, no flapping wings.
Oh. The pushing forward. Well, maybe I might take those because I can actually move forward and back, but we'll
enough.
see. What is
And what was the roll on the belt?
Natural 20.
Okay. It is a heavy load belt. You treat your strength score as one higher for the purpose of determining carry weight.
That's cool.
So I can shoot a.
So obviously you're going to
flame
keep the
so
sword.
we can fly.
And you're going to
make
keep
a
the
dragon.
staff. So we have the 4 other items.
I don't know what the sword is
No,
yet.
we
so.
should wait until we get them checked out because who knows what the fuck his is. It could have just been...
It's a very magic flapping stick.
Bonk,
Slap.
bonk, bonk.
smack
Okay,
some of
but
them.
the other 4 items we can divvy up between the other 4 people.
You don't want to wait and see if
Who's
you
going to
want.
get the sword, though?
Yeah.
Because then you might have to trade an item and it might not be best for some.
Yeah, I think we should
Wait.
just wait until we go to the enchanter. And
Okay.
then we can divvy up when we know what the sword
That's
is.
fine. For the sake of argument, I'm going to just put the cloak on. Because I'm carrying it. Just kidding.
You are, because it's in my inventory right now.
Did you get everything written down?
Yep.
Cool.
Except for very magic sword, and he has a staff somewhere in his inventory.
I also have basic and online.
It's just very magic sword
Just what
staff
they are.
in my
It
inventory.
doesn't have what they do, but
Gotcha.
Or dead
he did
king
write
staff.
down what they do.
Okay.
Alright.
Basically.
Yeah.
So, what do you all do now? You determine what some of the items are. You determine that 2 of them are way too powerful for you to comprehend. And one of them goes psst, and and boing, and
Pop,
And
pop.
reverse boing.
Reverse boing. Is that what we're calling it now?
Reverse boing. Yes.
better than a reverse boink.
Yeah.
Got your nose.
Well,
No. Be none of that.
Should probably head to the city now before they start coming out here and questioning what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Did you see that 30-foot flag? No. Could have a
As
door.
the land is scorched right next to you.
How big of a city is Aping?
It's got about 30,000 people. It is a hold city. So it is a it's a capital of the hold. It is definitely a more major city. It is a about 40 miles from the one of the fronts with Delit. And as you approach the city, you do see that it appears to have been hastily walled. It is wooden walls, palisades, with wooden stakes and a hastily dug trench around the outside of the wall. Definitely look like they are prepared for an attack here. It does not look like this was a particularly walled city before. Potentially being ready for this war. You all continue heading towards the city?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. You arrive at the gate. The guard takes a glance at you all and just nods you on in. And you enter the city of Aping.
Is there any traffic going in?
Minor. Couple of scattered groups, but
Carts?
no. No carts.
Are we on a footpath or cart path?
It is a cart path.
Any flyers?
There are no carts. As you all step inside the gates, you see off to the sides a gathering area. It is definitely a medical encampment, and they appear to have their hands full. This is a relatively frontline city, but far enough back that they can bring the wounded here, and it looks like that's what they've got set up here. It's a triage center. It is quite sprawling. It's a full field here that they have occupied, that you are currently walking through. The wounded and dying on either side of you. I was going to keep walking into the city proper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you begin to pass some houses, and then you arrive in a little market district. Well, they don't seem to be poor. This is certainly not based on the architecture and the everything you see, this is not a rich city by any means. Everything seems to be well constructed for the most part. This is certainly no city of Sypetia, where things were paved marble and beautiful architecture. It's functional. And as you arrive at the city center, you see the things that you would expect to see. You've got a general store, you have an inn, you have a tavern, you do have a blacksmith over there, and you do have, you're not sure if it's an herbalist or an apothecary, but there's definitely lots of plants right outside of it, and you would expect that it's something right along those lines.
My Flora brothers.
Are you gonna go free them?
No, they're rooted deep.
No enchanter.
Not one that you see right here.
I'm sure we could ask.
But this is just a market circle.
That's fair.
Lots of other places in the city that it could be.
How are people doing on food? We might need to invest in some food for the people that...
You do also see the guild hall, or what you believe to be the guild hall, right over there. Just a couple rows back. And you do see, it's certainly not a palace by any means, but you're quite certain that that's where the ruling body would be. You wouldn't even necessarily call it a mansion, but it is a larger building that looks nicer than the rest.
Okay. So should we go to the guild hall?
I think that'd be smart. They could definitely tell us where there might be an enchanter.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
people to hire.
And maybe
That too.
pick up some
That too.
information in regards to...
was thinking at some
I'll be
point it would
listening.
not be a bad idea to visit like the tavern or something and just listen out in and see what the general tone of the town is. Because there might be people very unhappy and wanting to leave anyway, and we would hear it there probably.
I have my harmonica. You gave that back to me, right?
I did.
You didn't have it.
Oh, I thought you were looking at me. My bad.
He had it.
I only saw
Yes,
it.
I gave it back to you.
Cool, thanks.
I just saw it in my peripherals.
He threw some mortar at it and gave it back.
I really didn't. I just gave it back to him. I just held on to it, put it in my pack, forgot about it, gave it back to him.
Like,
While we are walking, I would like to be playing my harmonica to kind of...
Okay.
help people find
You are
it.
definitely attracting some odd glances. People are definitely looking at you sideways out of the corner of your eye, like they don't quite know what to make of you.
It's pretty
I'm a bloody tree.
Say, don't worry, we don't know what to make him either.
So we just walk like on the other side of the street from him.
I love you, brother. I love you.
Love you too, buddy.
Gwyneira, what is your perception defense?
18.
Okay. So as you are walking along, you catch out of the corner of your eye a gap in the houses. And it wouldn't normally catch your eye, but you've practiced looking for those gaps over many years. Enough so that it makes you stop and pause. And as you shift, a building comes into view in between the other buildings. It isn't actually a gap. It's just slightly set back, and the angles are such that it almost vanishes from view if you're not looking for it. And there is a little symbol above the door, and it's one that you recognize. You do realize this is a safe house for the group you used to be a part of.
I want to burn it down. I don't have any magic fire, I don't think.
Somebody
You need
does.
fire.
I just go,
You need fire.
Or you may get a...
I just look at it and go, fire, and he goes, fire?
No, I get fire because I can cast fire.
We may or may not have a like-minded Charizard over here.
Say the word.
It's
I
a
literally
mega
have more
Charizard.
fire.
It's a shiny Charizard.
It went through its mega evolution.
Giga evolution.
I don't know what to make of this. Have I seen this anywhere else in and I guess anywhere between Wardenia and Sypetia?
You have.
Okay.
You've
It's annoying.
caught them a couple of times and ignored them because that's what you had been told to do, as that you weren't ready to take it on yet. Now you have a group of people behind you. And at least one of which that would happily, cause damage to a city in Sypetia.
I mean, yeah. Y'all want to cause some chaos?
I don't see it.
I mean,
We just got here.
Oh,
I would like to
Time for chaos.
I guess we should
be on the way
And,
out.
and as you all start looking, you do shift, and you all see this building come into view as well, that none of you had noticed was even there before.
Did y'all bonk heads as you looked?
Yes.
No, I thought he was going to lean over to tell me something, so I leaned in and then realized that he was acting like his character. I was just like, oh, I get it now.
And then Felix just bonk.
Oh,
Damn
whoops.
it.
Choke on my harmonica.
I think that might be something worth coming back to blow up on our way out. Yeah.
Noted.
They are not very good people.
Heard that.
And in fact are quite the opposite.
Well, it tends to be the case.
What you all looking at?
Pushes him slightly to the side.
No, that's not Azazel.
Oh.
Azazel is looking with you guys. Says a voice from behind you. What you all looking at?
Did they sneak up on us?
They did.
Against,
Did
They
hello.
self-roll?
They did.
Against my passive perception?
Is it over a 37?
It is a 20.
Here's a 20. I'm 2/4 of the way there.
Close!
Where
Not
exactly
quite.
is this person behind us? Who are they behind?
They're slightly over your head.
Me?
Yep.
I want to turn around and suck them.
Okay.
Where am I standing in relation to everybody
Yeah,
else?
yeah,
'Cause
like
they
what-
all moved to the other side while I was.
So
playing.
what does this person look like as I'm turning around and she's
He's
knocking back the
going for the
clock?
sucker punch.
This is a very tall young elf. Dressed in...
I rolled that too.
Hey, mate, how are you?
Not rich, but fine clothes.
How finer than
how
the clothes
tall
of
we
the other
talking?
people around?
Yes, finer than the clothes of the other people around. Tall, 6'6".
Oh, Jesus, okay.
Black hair flowing all the way down to his waist.
More than that?
Yeah, I was gonna say you could
Bright
punch him in the
blue
face.
eyes. Oh yeah, no, you are definitely taller than
Like
him.
8'10"?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Your punches
Mr. 810 over
while the
here.
other punch comes from
Keep
someone
forgetting
else.
when it's like,
Hey, what's this? Distract
He's actually this tall.
it's actually this tall.
Is it at least well aimed?
Your fist does make contact with his abs. And as you do, there is a powerful repulsive force that actually throws your arm backwards, and you take 6 points of martial damage.
Ow!
It's those fucking abs, man. Jesus.
Now, what is your resistance skill?
Yes.
Let me check.
Idham has some too.
3.
Apparently he's got repulsive
So you
abs.
take 3 then.
Okay.
Pretty sure if she sucker punched you, it would just make contact with abs.
How tall are you?
I want to say like 5'6". Yes.
Looks down at you. Pushes off his stomach. That was not very nice, White Snow.
Okay, now I really want to light his ass on fire.
No fire, please. I'm
Yeah,
already
she
the
startles
fire.
easily.
I'm sorry, who?
Yeah, and also who?
White Snow.
Clearly, we
I
don't
was
talk to her.
told to call you that it would elicit the best reaction.
By who?
An old friend.
That doesn't say a lot. I have a lot of old friends.
I believe you had a lot of old enemies.
I don't know.
Sure.
Okay.
And I said an old friend.
Where is this old friend, and why are they sending you to
Long
me?
elsewhere. They didn't send me to you.
Okay, then how do you know who I am?
Your energy.
Okay. What? Did you fart?
No, we can smell the scorch and despair on me from the staff.
You just have a little piece of hair.
There's a little singed hair popping up. Like,
Scorch and despair.
And
Not
despair.
just scorch, but despair as well.
the despair gives off
Oh
a very,
my God.
very powerful odor.
Oh my god.
And what might we call you?
Oh, me? I go by... No, that would be a lie. I don't go by many names. I only go by one. I am Rashak, at your service.
Thank you.
Well, with that voice, you can Rashak off.
Okay.
Where am I standing in relation to him?
I would like to fist bump
I
the
think
tree,
you're probably,
please.
all of you are in a line-ish at the moment, so probably right over here.
Is there a crowd?
And there is not a crowd. There's a couple of people on the streets, but they are not paying you currently any mind.
Why are you trying to make some money?
No. No. I'm not.
I think he's about to be a smartass.
No.
He's
no.
not.
I'm not.
Oh dear, I'm scared because it's not one of those.
I'm not.
Are you holding back?
So, what are you looking at?
That
I don't
building right
know.
there?
Oh,
No, we're all
you're
looking at
always
some-
welcome.
Yeah, I don't want to go in.
Disappointing.
I'd rather burn it to the ground.
Disappointing.
And why is that disappointing?
Well, somebody had to build it, and if you burn it down, somebody will have to build it again. It seems like
Sucks to
such
be
a
them.
waste.
And what building is this?
I think it's a little one in the corner. Whatever
It's,
she's looking at over there.
It's a safe house.
Safe house for... Who?
For-
What?
Me and my friends and their friends and our bosses and our subordinates and
So if she's allowed in, and friends of friends are allowed in, does that mean we're allowed in too?
if she desires to let you in, of course, please.
I would like to scream really loud in my head, Idham. Idham. Because you can...
Only if I'm actively doing it.
Oh.
It's
It's not...
It's like the signal.
a psionics check.
Psionics check.
Ionic.
Psionics.
Synodic.
That is the new term, psionics.
That's going to be a 7.
7. Okay. You do feel a slight twinge at your mind as a little voice, quietly but screaming, "Thank you!"
It sounds like a fucking little mouse.
Sounds like an anime.
Do I recognize the voice?
Yeah,
You do.
What?
What?
you recognize his voice in speakerphone.
He's not to be trusted.
Why?
I have information that's too long to go into detail right now. But he's to not be trusted, and I need you to trust me on this.
Can he flash learn memories into my brain? With a roll?
Yes, psionics check.
It's a... What did they...
Or insight. I'll allow you insight, if you would rather.
Psionics were also a fax machine.
That's going to be a 8.
Okay. Did you use an insight or a...
I used insight.
Okay.
Yeah, I used an insight.
Okay. What he sends you is very broken and jumbled. But what you do see is you see a hooded figure that is covered, and you can't see anything beneath it, in a green cloak. And you see Felix missing an arm. And then you see Felix with the metal arm. And then you see somebody in a green cloak and somebody in a blue cloak. And then you hear Hunter Rashak. And that's it.
Okay. I trust you.
Can I do an Arcana check on that area where Gwyneira was looking?
Sure.
11.
There's absolutely a distort perception spell on that area.
Alright.
So either we...
Are you still speaking into the brain?
Yeah. Because I don't know if he knows of me. But he's not to be trusted, and we should leave the area as soon as possible.
Okay.
Does Felix look like he's trying, like, concentrating really hard? Like, just like...
His eyeballs are, like, standing out.
15 versus either of your willpower defenses.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Misses.
15. I have 15.
Okay, got a defender. Alright.
22.
Jesus.
You both feel, you stronger than Felix, but you both feel a mind press against yours for a moment, as if it's trying to listen in, and then being unable to backs off again.
Do I recognize it as...
You do not recognize the power. You could attempt to follow it back
Sure.
if you wanted to. Make an Arcana check.
Was that an attempt to read my mind?
It was an attempt to read your mind.
They're at disadvantage.
Woo! That would have been a natural 20.
Okay.
On the second roll.
Perfect.
So they still
Good call, because it could have been a 1. But
Yep.
And then his nose starts to bleed.
So, 15 stands. Yeah, like I said, you're welcome to try to follow it back if you wish.
Why are you approaching me right now?
Well, I recognized you, and I felt that it was... I mean, you were staring at the safe house.
You said Arcana?
Yes.
Okay. 18.
Okay. You are able to follow it back. You are able to now link it to the elf in front of you. Anything past that, you are met with an iron wall.
Am I still able to speak into his head?
You could try. It may be up to him on whether he chooses to
I'll try.
listen.
You know, that is very rude.
Into your head. Same to you.
Does everyone just look like they're doing this?
The elf is showing 0 signs, and so is Idham. They're neither of them.
What about him? Like, does I notice? Like, is it like noticeable distress on his face,
No.
Distressed. No.
or like, well, like he's
Focus.
trying to, yeah, like focus. I should say is probably the better word.
No, have you ever talked to yourself in your head? That's literally what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
I was just
never mind.
screaming because I know that he has the ability to hear us.
If I mentally scream loud enough,
yeah,
he'll
so
hear
I
it.
was just sitting there screaming in my brain, Idham, Idham, Idham,
I
trying
was
to get
rather
his
hoping that you might desire to come in. And wanted to make sure that you could actually see it. I know it has been a few years since you were last at one. Are you sure?
Absolutely
They are
certain.
quite comfy. Plenty of room.
I'm good, thanks.
And entirely safe from the war going on.
The war does not bother us.
The war bothers all.
I would have responded with, you reap what you sow.
Touché.
I have no interest.
Very well, as you wish.
Call me that name again and I will get someone else to punch you.
As they wish.
I still have Shadow Reach, right? It's a racial thing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bop him on the back of the head.
No, I had something else in mind.
I'm gonna turn around and start walking towards the guild hall.
Okay.
Walking. Slut levitation. Yeah.
Yep.
I will follow, and then I'd like to do a stealth check as well.
Okay. You are in the middle of the street.
That's right,
A
that's
stealth
right.
check is going to
Yeah.
be...
That's right. Never mind.
Unless you have a skill that lets you make one when not hidden.
You don't see me.
And there are skills that allow that.
Invisibility.
Blending him in plain sight.
That's true.
That too, yeah.
I just have eye bite. That's it.
You could still be invisible to him if you wanted, but...
No, it's okay. Never mind. I'm thinking we're in the city center, so there's crowds around, so I can blend in, but they're all off to the side.
Right.
Well, and it's even there. It's not
It's thin.
crowds. It's
Yeah.
very thin. This is
I got you.
this is a city at war.
You've said it 1,000 times, and it's finally clicking in my brain.
Perfect.
Stare. I got it.
Yeah, basically.
So are you all just walking away from him?
I will give him a slight bow. Day Master Rashnik.
Adios, motherfucker.
The tree is on a
Adios
different
and
level.
Good day. Please feel free to come back anytime. That symbol, that's our houses. Those are our shops. please, all are welcome with the hex. Almost. And you're walking away right now. What is your perception defense?
18.
Okay. You feel his eyes, his stare boring into the back of your head.
Okay, so 9 out of 10 times my arm sleeve is up, showing off my metal arm. So when we get into the guild hall, I will actually roll that sleeve down.
Okay. Yeah, you do feel his stare specifically on you, and you feel animosity.
Okay.
But he makes no attempt to follow you. You he stays standing there and until you all round a corner and can no longer see him.
So what's the hex?
Can someone explain to me what the hell just happened?
When you were there, it didn't have a name.
I guess that's fair.
And how he knows you?
That's a good question. I have no idea what old friend he's talking about. I have an idea who it could be, but
He definitely knows you
I
somewhere.
don't know why she would be part of his group.
He definitely knows you if he's calling you nicknames.
Yeah.
So what's the hex?
Well, when I was part of this group, it did not have a name. They were people who were trying to go after those with shadow powers and shadow magic and turn them to their own purposes.
So creepy.
I don't know what they're doing now. It seems like they've obviously advanced from who they used to be. According to Mist and his friends and Cav and Esmond and all of them, they took out the leaders of the group, but apparently they might not have been the leaders.
Esmond and all these friends, old friends of yours?
Old friends of mine.
Oh, interesting.
And how do you know them?
They saved me from this group.
Sorry, I was looking at him.
Oh, okay.
And just making sure, you as Gwyneira do know you were one of their, if not their prime test subject.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure that you as Gwyneira are aware of that fact.
Yes.
I don't know anything of them. All I know is that I was told to look out for him. Basically everything Gwyneira said is true. He's a shadow hunter. He wants to conform people to their ways because shadow magic is a different type of magic. You have to be broken in order to wield it. And not everybody is powerful enough to wield it. But the mantra is, in order to wield such an ability, you have been broken and brought to your lowest point possible. I don't necessarily know what happened to Gwyneira, but mine was a journey that I don't really want to talk about right now.
I'm in the same boat.
What I'm hearing is he's after you too.
Is anything going on with the arm?
Nothing going on with
I
your
wouldn't
arm
say
currently.
he's after me, but I would not be shocked if me telling them that I don't want to come back makes them start coming after me.
Well, something tells me that thing is a dead giveaway for something.
I do know that he's coming after me.
Oh, great.
You feel a tickle in the back of your head.
Uh-oh. Also,
What do you do? This tickle is more familiar than not.
I'll explore it as we continue on.
Ah, freedom. Finally, that oppressive dual powers fighting against each other is gone, and I can speak
freely again. Well done, Felix. Well done.
That's creepy.
Very.
And you recognize this feels like your staff.
Dual powers? What do you mean there?
On that island, it was two warring sets of powers that was forcing out all other high-level sentience. I'm sure your brother and his connections suffered as well.
I mean, you did struggle with
Oh, absolutely.
with focus.
I know. I'm just acting like I'm not hearing this
Very
creepy,
nice way to
creepy asshole in his head.
But I'm back, and I will be staying this time.
Shush.
Well, it's going to be $750 a month.
What?
It's rental space.
That'll be $750 a month.
$750 a month.
What, the whole, like, 10th of a square foot?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it's hellacious. Jesus, this economy.
I've been carrying this thing for a while.
Is it 750 or
Yeah.
$7?
$750. Star crystals.
So I assume we're continuing on towards the guild.
Yeah, because I was having this conversation with the staff.
And we said what we wanted to say.
that
If anyone
can't-
has
he
questions,
can't
we can do
hear
that as
that,
we
right?
walk.
Correct, unless he's actively listening in, which unlikely to necessarily be actively listening at this point.
Because I'm assuming this is all happening at the same time he's having the conversation with the... No, never mind.
No, this is as you all are
Yeah.
walking now.
I try not to listen to my friends' thoughts. It really is quite rude.
You're certainly not randomly while walking.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm going to have a conversation with you, but I'll knock.
You'll not.
What's this weird feeling on my brain?
Ow, ow,
Big
ow.
fun.
So if
I'll just
you-
come up and actually
Ow,
knock.
ow, 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 ow.
Come in.
So, does that mean you're going to be sticking around more?
Yes.
And you couldn't have told me that you wanted me to leave the island sooner?
I could barely get through to tell you the weather. Much less be able to hold an actual conversation like this.
So...
Our bond is not strong enough yet. You are not yet complete.
So, shall I call you Fangar?
That would be acceptable.
Okay. Well, I guess we're on this journey together now.
I am more simply known as the Fang's staff. But Staff of Fangar is more appropriate title.
Alright.
Can I look at
Felix, do you need to
Zazzle?
poop? You're making that inch poop face.
Have you heard of the hex
Please
before?
tell me Idham said that in game.
I
Picture 8 foot.
no.
You need
They have. They're not a group I'm familiar with in Delit.
I would suggest you tell your leaders to keep them out. If they can.
I'm good, thanks for asking.
I'll let them know.
I have a feeling your group and theirs will
He's
not play
making that need
together
to poop
very
face,
well.
isn't he?
I will relay the warning.
10 seconds, motherfucker.
I'm gonna go
All right,
poke the
you
arm.
all arrive just outside the guild hall. It is decently sized. It looks like there may be a longhouse or two attached to it, and it definitely from the outside looks like there's multiple rooms on the inside. It is a hold capital, but It's about middle range as far as the size of ones that you all have seen previously.
Okay.
And you all enter.
You might want to put your nobility robes on. Or your... What robes do you have?
Nobility robes.
Yeah, you might want to put those on.
Upon entering, you all see a welcome desk in front of you. It's currently staffed by 2 people, one gnome and one elf. The gnome is sitting on a tall chair, and the elf
sitting
is
on books.
Oh, chair.
I mean,
So
the
a
chair
stool.
is about 4 feet tall.
So a stool.
Yeah, so they're still about here.
Yeah.
Well, the gnome's what, like...
They might get to there.
Is he standing or sitting?
Sitting.
Okay.
Is he 2 feet tall?
The gnome is like 2 feet tall.
Yeah, so he's
So
got-
sitting
he's
on a
5
stool is
foot.
like a
Yeah,
foot.
yeah, fair enough.
Yep.
And you're what, like 8'12"?
8'10".
8'11"?
Close enough.
And they're probably right about solar plexus.
Even I only
Well,
come to
I'm
like
about-
here
I'm about
on you.
4 feet taller than them, so that's like...
Yeah, it's less than half. So, right in solar plexus area could probably, stretch up and headbutt you in solar plexus.
And then the gnome can just punt.
Yep. And
Play a game of
you do
gnomes.
see on the 3 stories that this is doorways. And each doorway's got a different symbol of one of the guilds on top of it. And there's a wall, and then there's larger doors on the wall extending backwards. And you would guess that would lead to dining area, lodging, etc. Practice rooms, potentially. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to the main desk? Do you want to go to your guilds?
I feel like the desk would be the best option. I don't know if my guild would really be horribly helpful in this situation.
Mine wouldn't be.
Assassins.
My character's not a part of a
What are we
guild.
looking again
They
for?
may be very
I
helpful
forgot.
in this
What?
situation.
We're going to ask for help with miners and
Okay,
defense.
yep, okay,
Yes.
yep,
Zach Brain be dead.
yes. Zach's brain
It's time
is
to sweep.
dead. No, not time to sleep, it's just his brain is dead.
Talking about yourself in the third person over there.
Zach is sleepy.
Okay. Who wants to go up to the desk?
I'll walk up to the desk.
Sure.
I mean, I guess we can all go together. Who wants to address the people behind the desk?
You walking up
Walk
to the
up.
elf or the
Hands
gnome?
now.
Both. They're sitting next to each other, aren't they?
I mean, not next to. They have some
What did
separation
Perske
from them.
say?
Elf.
He said not all at once.
Not all at once, Perske?
I said I want to hold hands now.
Ah.
Oh.
Alright. So you all go up to the elf, who looks up at you. Yes, welcome to the Aping Guild Hall. How may I help or direct you?
We are looking to not purchase. Not purchase.
That's a different campaign.
Procure.
That one.
Hire
There you go.
some workers to help us off site.
Okay. What? Let me pull out a couple of forms here.
Off what now?
What?
Oh, I know.
What?
See what you said.
What kind of work are you looking for? I need to know which guilds I need to distribute this to.
Probably
Construction?
It'd be Guild of the Trades.
I think there is
Yeah.
a construction guild
Yeah.
specifically.
Mining.
Okay. Yep. Guild of the Trades.
Construction.
Guild of the Trades. We're looking pretty good here.
Give me a second. We probably should get some sort of person who can help erect the towers that he has destroyed. Your statues that you destroyed
Oh, yeah.
of your god.
Yep, those ones. Need to fix
Rude.
those.
I should still probably.
What's that rude?
You have little faith in my skill.
Yeah.
That's kind of his thing.
No!
You're
It's
also good at crafting,
that
right?
That's
breaking
right.
work. We're not going to be there full time. Why are we
To make statues of God?
Yeah. You can make...
Mining is back-breaking work.
Depends on exactly
Is
how
making
much you
statues
like.
of God back-breaking work?
I mean,
It can be.
It can be.
I mean, if you have like a huge-ass stone and you're sitting there with like a chisel.
I've done it before.
Yeah, and it depends on your point of view.
That's certainly more on the artistic backbreaking than the tedious backbreaking.
But
yeah, I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Fuck off.
You really were.
That's not in your mouth.
He had it both. He had it both ends.
It was the gold spoon in the ass.
Gotcha.
Gold spoon in the ass, silver spoon in the mouth.
That was done by wisdom.
we also need defense, yes.
Yes, defense. We also need schooling if we're trying to bring people.
I think that can wait, though.
So, brother, that's what you're into.
Construction, I already said yes.
Yeah.
Construction of... They would do all kinds of construction. Whether it be underground or above ground.
Yep, yes, I can include that in the description. So I'm hearing Guild of the Trade, and you said security, some defense. I'll make sure that I distribute this to the Guild of Security as well, and Guild of the Healers. Where is this located?
Off the coast.
No. I actually took a map off of and was able to figure out where the island is located. So I'll bring out the map and indicate which island we would be sending them to.
It's an island. I see. Are you providing passage?
Yes.
Okay.
I dropped it and then rolled it and it gave me a 20.
A bigger boat.
You can take a couple trips.
It's part of why we got a communication stone to the Raya, though.
Yeah,
that's true.
We'll provide passage. We have temporary lodging. We need to build a more permanent lodging system. We need a...
Are you looking for this to be a temporary hire or relocation?
Possibly relocation and maybe building a new guild hall.
Outpost.
Okay.
Looking to make it an outpost. Temporary for now with the possibility of permanent employment for those that wish.
Very well. And what is the pay rate for this?
My character has no idea how money works.
I guess that's fair. Does anybody have a decent appraise? Looking right now.
I do. I have a 4.
I have a 4.
I have a 1.
Can I do an appraise check?
Little has it. 4.
Alright, so anyway.
I mean, we can.
So, one of them.
I can do an appraise check.
Okay.
I mean, I did do business.
So you get a... Did you put your...
Nat 20.
Alright. So, you know that certainly the amount of money you're willing to put forward will attract different levels of quality. You also know that you can pay with things other than strict money. And you know that, the trade of goods or portions of business profits or the capability to be, if you wanted a shopkeep, they might pay you to come there if they are able to be the only one, so you can trade in. If they can be the only shopkeep, then they get all the business, which means they might be willing to pay you in trade for guarantee that they're going to be the only one. Now, as far as money goes, were you to pay money, since you are providing transport, if you are also providing food and, once it's built, lodging for free, you could probably get by with 5 silver a day for general skilled. If you wanted to get up to good quality, you're going to be looking at a gold a day. And for master craftsmen, you're going to be looking at probably 10 gold a day. And that's including the free room and board. If
Basically, how fast you want to go
we
broke.
discussed this last week. We have the ghost. we've given them the coordinates of where the pit is and how to access said pit.
Get as much
They
money.
can get all of that stuff without bodily harm to them.
That's true.
We do have, basically, let's think of it like we have a vault.
Yeah, we have a...
So at this, obviously we don't know what's in, we only gathered what we could because of time constraints and not killing ourselves.
Yeah.
But if we, sorry, what are you trying to say, Jaimie?
I mean, one thing that we probably should think about is that food, having a way to produce more food would not necessarily be a bad idea. I wouldn't necessarily say that we should focus heavily on having a ton of people here now.
No, yeah.
But the more miners, essentially, we can get, and we get this mortar going, we can start making money off of this as well.
Yeah.
I would say like a general...
So that is a good point, but what he was saying was if we were looking at hiring these people as opposed to goods and services,
right.
It was just for monetary value of how much we would have to pay per person per craft.
Yeah.
So
it should be based on if they want to stay or just do their job and go.
Yeah, so what my comment was is at this point don't necessarily think of money being an issue because we have a plan in place to acquire more money from that vault.
Yeah.
I'm just going to continue to call it the vault.
I'd say just with...
but you are correct. Having somebody who can make food, which a guild from the Guild of Merchants... Sorry, Nick, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're good.
My understanding, looking at the other guilds, that would be the one that would most likely be able to work the land. No, I guess maybe nature would be better.
They'd be
Guild of Nature.
Yeah. So we would need...
or Guild of the Trades, potentially. Guild of Merchants, they are just your shopkeepers.
Yeah, fair enough.
They just buy and sell.
So
they run the caravans. They don't actually...
I mean, realistically, our best option would be to sit down and figure out how many of each we want.
Yeah.
Because realistically, if we can get one farm set up, we don't need like 12 farms.
No, we would probably like 2 people from the Guild of Nature, possibly 3 people from the Guild.
But I think we should probably specify that in our whatever we're asking.
Yeah.
So we should figure that out.
What did we promise Raya as far as profits for?
10% of whatever comes and goes from that island.
Okay, now hear me out. Guild of Nobility.
I would have to double check, but that sounds right.
10%.
Guild of Nobility, if we're trying to start a business here, why don't we go to the Guild of Nobility and try and see if we can maybe get some startup investors?
So right now,
for finances.
I get that, but right now, we don't have anything to present to them.
Well, I would say then let's do, as far as this, 3 or 4 miners, a farmer, a healer, one of each of those, and then double or triple up on the miners because that's the main thing we're trying to do, I would say.
Let's say probably a couple defense.
Yeah, and then a couple defense. One to protect said miners.
So for Raya, 10% profits, 10% say in what we do with the mortar.
Yeah.
Only one who transports the mortar off the island.
Okay.
50% is indecision on what to do with the mortar / who to sell it to, as long as we don't sell it to Sypetia government for 25 years.
Shit.
Oh, for 25 years. Okay, so there's
forgot about that part.
Which part?
50-50.
No, that the Raya is the only thing that's allowed to transport the mortar off.
You mean the thing we did?
Not just the Raya, but any ship that she...
Yeah.
We talked to Raya about getting a couple of other ships as a fleet for her.
Did
we? We did.
Okay.
2 or 3.
And we can always go in and discuss with a little bit more with her. And that just means off the island.
Yeah.
They could have a setup somewhere else that she transports to, essentially.
Yeah.
But to answer the kind elf's question, I'd say with going with... We're providing transport and lodging and stuff like that. I would say about probably 5 to 6 silver per day would be. I would say.
I mean, that's fine.
The rate, I would say.
That's fine. I think that if you have one healer, so it goes back to for every. So we'll say for every 10 miners, you should have one healer.
Agreed.
So if we're going to double to triple up, we also need to double or triple up a healer.
That's true.
And then same with a nature, because if we have 25 people on an island and we have one farmer,
It's a very quick.
Depends on how much they farm.
And also if it's a farming family versus one farmer.
yeah, and it also you have to take into how fruitful is the island in regards to being able to produce.
Well, there was lots of vegetation, so
Yeah.
whether it's specifically best suited for crops, uncertain. But there was plenty of vegetation, so growing of plants, not challenging.
Can we
Okay.
also hire a fisherman?
A what? Oh, fisherman.
Guild of the Trades would be.
Like a fisherman and then like a farmer.
I think that
Who
would be a
could do
good
food.
idea.
And then
Hunter might not be a bad idea either, but
How much wildlife did we see?
I feel like we need to be the hunters.
I guess we didn't really get a chance. So.
You
but
didn't
if we're
see
gonna
a
be on and
whole
off
lot
the
of
island,
wildlife, but
I
you
guess
weren't
that's
searching
fair.
for it. They
Yeah,
could have been
that's
hiding
fair.
from
That's
you.
fair. Fair enough. All right, so
We'll put it this way: based on what you saw, you would expect that there is wildlife there.
okay. All right, so at this point, it's a matter of: do we want to go with 20 miners?
right away.
Well, wait a minute. Now we have to figure out how many we can transport back on our ship, because we only have the one ship, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take for the massive ship to get done.
yeah.
So we have to be able to support enough people to transport back. So
I'd say this is the only thing. If we really want to give it over, we can start with a small amount, and then if it starts becoming
Let's start
super
with
full,
like 5 or 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can always come back.
so
Yeah.
we don't want to overwork him.
Is this the closest town to our island, essentially? Are there any closer towns? Slash cities? So maybe...
As far as hold cities, Bridmache probably be a little closer, but not that much.
They don't have a lot of stuff along that lake, do they? At least big cities. It's mostly a little further in.
Correct. There's numerous
Yes.
smaller
Yeah.
cities in the lake, all
Yeah.
scattered along. But
I
yes,
assume we can only see the big cities really on the map.
pretty much yes. The largest cities and hold capitals
okay,
are
so
there.
let's go with 5 miners, a healer, a trader. Okay, so
Do we need a trader?
not trader. Sorry, I meant
Armor?
One
for
healer,
guilds of trades would
5
be
miners.
Construction?
Tradesman.
would be a fisherman, right? Didn't you just say that?
Yep.
So we would need
A few.
The Guild of the Trades is all
trade
general labor. So whether they're carpenters, whether they're tattoo artists, whether they're fishermen, whether they're
Selling
miners,
goods.
whether they're not selling goods.
Minor.
Merchants would be the selling good.
Yeah, it would be more like
All,
service.
all of the people that make the goods to sell
Okay, yeah.
is Guild of the Trades.
Okay.
Okay,
So
Your smiths, your sewers, your crafters are all going to be part of the Guild of the Trades.
okay.
Basics for the pillars for basic survival kind of thing.
So I have one idea potentially. We could always say that like the first merchant essentially that comes to the island and the first blacksmith that comes to the island gets the monopoly of the island unless it gets big enough that we need more.
That's fair, but we
First
also
come,
have
first
a
serve.
certified blacksmith right
That's
here.
true. We don't need you're right. We don't
So-
need a blacksmith, but
But
shop.
apprenticeship, like he could teach a skilled.
I will throw in.
It might be a good idea to have a
Blacksmith.
blacksmith for like if just for horseshoes and stuff for the town.
Yeah, you don't need to do the minor
Fair enough.
stuff unless you really, really
He
want
doesn't
to.
do the petty blacksmith
Okay.
stuff.
But we're also not going to always be on the island.
The exactly the crafting of tools, especially in a mine, can be a very intensive task. You will want somebody who can devote large number of days in a row, months,
That's fair.
to be able to be there. And if that's Idham while there, great. But if Idham wants to leave the island for anything, you can't just not have a blacksmith for a month while
Yeah.
he comes out traveling.
All right. So I'm looking at the guilds right now.
Mhm.
I'm just going to run down the list
See
of
what
the
we
ones
need.
that we've already talked about.
Okay.
So, Guild of Medicines. medicine. How many healers should we take right now?
I think
One?
one.
Okay. Is somebody writing this down?
I am.
Perfect. We're not worried about Guild of Merchants right now.
One healer.
Guild of Nature. One.
One farmer. Would fisherman be nature?
No, that's a trade.
You could potentially get one from either
We
one.
will specify to the lady that we're talking to, hey,
Yeah.
this is what we need.
Yeah.
Yes, and then she will distribute to the guilds. That is her whole purpose, is to direct people for things dealing with guilds. Both the I have a list of everybody you want. I will distribute it to the guilds as need be, and then those guilds will then get in contact with you with here are people who have responded to this quest.
So no Guild of Nobility, no Guild of Sailors, no Guild of Scholars right now. Guild of Security.
Yes.
How many? 2? 3?
Well,
Would these be guards?
Yeah.
correct,
To
but
watch over.
these are even more than just guards. These are also like guard captains. These are guard trainers. They may have a platoon that works for them. They may have a full squad. Someone that's in the 5 silver a day range. This may be a group of 3 to 4 warriors who all specialize in,
I think
and that
would
are
be-
all in the
For right now?
Yeah,
This
for
one?
now.
combined.
We can
more
always
than
get
5
more if
silver
we
a day.
find we need it, especially as we start producing
Okay.
more.
So 1?
Yeah.
And then
one
last
group, let's say.
would be Guild of Trades, which would inquire construction,
Yeah.
fishing, day laborer stuff type.
We need
So I have one
so we have
farmer,
a farmer,
one fisherman.
a fisherman, a construction person.
Just one, or
I'd say 2.
To
One who could do
Yeah.
underground construction, like mines, mine shafts, to help the miners, or augment supply movement of,
We need one to start
Supplies.
clearing.
and then
Get the clearing open.
Did we notice any kind of like mine cart system down there?
You did not.
Okay, yeah, that would need to be built.
somebody who could help build more permanent lodging and clear out area
Mm-hmm.
slowly over time. Either that be one person or
You
whether
thinking 5?
5 might be good in the beginning.
Yeah.
5 that can do all
Yeah.
those things.
Yeah. And just because, again, we don't have that big of a ship, if the security guard we have, the security team that we have, or security we have has a small of 3 people, I mean, now we're looking at possibly 8, or we're looking at 12 plus the 6 of us. I mean, yes, we can also contact the Raya to see if they can. We could also possibly rent a ship from the dock if that's.
We could just pay for transport, pay for somebody to just
Yeah.
bring them to the island.
A freighter barge from the fishing town to the island of 10 silver.
Okay.
Ballpark, quick
So-
estimate. You all are familiar with, general rates like that. 10 silver would be an average.
So are we looking at just paying them silver to start, and then as we build up, we can
Yeah,
Inquire.
adjust
Offer
prices.
them more lucrative positions.
And I was thinking for the merchant and blacksmith, essentially just whoever shows up to the island first can get that spot. As long as we vet them and think they're
Yeah.
okay. So that we don't have to pay for those ones to come.
Yeah.
And their payment essentially will be constant business.
Will we run into false promises with that if we already promised distribution was to
No.
the Raya?
We just
No,
won't let
because-
them sell the mortar.
So all
okay.
our stuff is trading goods and services. So bringing in those goods and services, merchant will
Oh,
sell
gotcha.
said goods and services.
Gotcha.
The mortar is the only thing that the Raya has a contract
Mm-hmm.
with. They are the only one that can take that stuff off and on and bring
A
it.
merchant can also find buyers for the mortar. The Raya can just take it to where.
Oh, that's
because
true.
That's
we
a
don't.
good point.
The
Correct.
Raya isn't who's selling it. The Raya is just
the
who's
cargo
transporting
ship.
it.
Yeah, no, I got it. I
Getting
got
from
it now.
point A to point B, so we don't have to do that.
Yeah, we have a distribution service now. We're having a selling service. We have the one that's going to get the job done.
Is there anything else you can think of that we
Makes
might
sense.
need?
So that's a
That
total
sounds
of what?
pretty decent to me right now.
9, 10 people?
It's more like 17.
17? Okay.
So we got one healer, farmer, fisherman,
That's
5
it.
construction, 5 mining, which is 10 right there.
I was going
And
to
then the group of defense,
Yeah,
which would be
16,
like
17
4.
people.
that's
Yeah.
fine. No worries. So then, yeah, so we'll just
Well, but that group will still fall under the category of one expense.
Yes, but people to
We're
transport.
talking about people to get on the ship.
Okay.
Yeah, I have one group.
You guys are
of
one
on there.
group. Figure out how you're going to stand on the ship.
Yeah.
Not my problem.
Our defense is 3 goblins in a trench coat.
Yes. That is the best kind of defense.
With a gnome thrown in there. Somewhere.
Just holding the cloak in the back, or the trench coat in the back.
One of his arms is really buff.
He's actually the left arm. His whole face is the left arm.
It's a stub with eyeballs, okay.
Why is your arm biting me?
It's a sentient being.
Very well. And would you like to have all inquiries passed to you? Do you want that to be vetted by the guild halls directly and just send you the accepted? How would you like to handle the
This is like the interview
vetting
process.
Interview, yeah. Basically, do you want to handle the interviews?
I think
or do you want the guilds to handle the interviews?
I think the guilds can do
How
their
good is
job.
the guild at doing it?
I mean, it's their job.
So, are they going to give us multiple options if they do the vetting process?
That's what she's asking. Do you want to be given multiple options, or do you want to be given the final?
I think we give
multiple options on guards, medic.
I would say the merchant and that we'd probably want multiple options as well, because you don't want someone who's just going to gouge everything and fuck everything up for everybody on the island, because then we have an issue of our own.
The merchant, we're just planning on having people come to us, and we'll tell them if we want to hold on to them or not, essentially.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that part.
Yeah. So the merchant and the blacksmith is kind of a come of their own.
Oh, hello.
We don't
medic.
need them right away.
Choose guards, choose farmer, and choose fisherman.
So the 4 categories, and then just the
Miners will do mining things. They have to be good at their
I mean,
miners.
and anybody passed to you will be vetted by the guild first.
So one question I do have for the group before we continue with this is, I know we talked about having families potentially move here if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to mention in the note that if these people want to bring their families, that's okay?
Yes, and they can build wherever they like, but they just need to be mindful of where our stuff is.
I mean, we probably want to keep close to camp for now.
Yeah. But as we venture out, I mean, we can we don't need to tell them that there's an issue with the island right away.
And I mean, we'll be hopefully
Because there isn't an
taking care
issue
of
with an
that.
island. It's just an island.
Exactly.
Well,
Minus the
they
shadow.
Shadows, on the other hand.
They
Minus the
probably
shadow
will
demons.
not be dealing with
Hey,
the
listen,
dais
those aren't
or the
involved
underwater
with the
world.
island. Those are just in like
Every
the
now and then,
underground
we just
cities.
look up at the sky, and we see this thing floating up in the air, like shit.
Well, there goes the teenager.
Well,
There goes little Jimmy again.
Xander, how is that?
Damn it.
Whatever that was, able to get it to go up, and you couldn't get it to go up. What the hell?
kid was a
It's like a
dumbass.
2-year-old sitting on there. Damn it, Billy!
He wandered on it.
So I would
God damn it.
like to interview those 4 at least,
Okay.
but
That's
the
fine.
rest should be fine.
And how should we contact you in order to pass this? And what is your time frame? How long would you like them to collect the applicants before passing them to you?
What would be a reasonable time frame for trying to get this many people together?
3 days.
I'll say a week.
Is that reasonable?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
It all depends on how many people they have come through.
We don't know for sure.
We'll give them about.
Correct.
We'll say about.
I'd say we give them a week.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a shot in the dark, but I'll hold out this speaking stone to see if they can communicate through this with us, or is that just communicating through with the ride?
This one is specifically linked
Okay,
to... It's a closed circuit.
Okay.
They certainly exist, but this one is a closed circuit.
Did I see an inn coming into town?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
staying at the...
You didn't notice a name, but...
I'll be staying at the...
The inn.
the first inn on the left.
That's unfortunate because the first day was on the right.
the inn,
Guess we're going
inn
to
in
the
Merchant
brothel.
Center.
I'll be staying there. You can ask for Idham.
Of course.
So, yeah, ask for Idham at the first inn on the left.
Very well. I will. I'll get this distributed, and we'll be in contact in a week.
Perfect.
I'm gonna go get a room at the inn. I'll be back.
You should get room and board now.
So,
I don't think that'll be too big of an issue. There's not that many people coming.
Do you want to
and
ask
going.
if there's an enchanter in town to the guild lady?
Yeah, that would be
yeah.
smart.
I'm already out the door. See you later. I'll tell that into your mind.
Okay. Do you have an Are you going to leave the sword with us, or
No.
just try and meet up with us?
I'll meet up with you guys.
Okay. Do you have any kind of enchanter in town?
We do actually. I mean, they're a military enchanter. They do work for the army. So they may be busy. They may be able to fit you in.
Most of them for a couple of
But I can also. You're welcome to go to the Guild of the Arcane. Are you specifically looking for enchanting services, or are you
recognizing spells? What a certain item might have spells on it.
Okay? The Guild of the Arcane may be able to give you more information on. They may even just have some members nearby that may not specifically be enchanters, but may be able to identify some spell work for you.
Might as well do that while we're here.
Yeah. I'm going to telepathically send to Idham.
you gotta come back, because we need your sword.
Well, I mean, we can always... You can go to the inn and get the room, and we'll start with the staff.
Please get more than one room.
No.
You could get a large room.
We're all sharing.
I'm getting a room for me.
Oh, you're not even getting... Oh, I see how it is.
So if that's the case, I just say we tell them that they don't have an enchanter here and go about our business.
But we want to know what the sword is.
Wow. Do we, though?
Yes?
After all this time, Idham still doesn't think we're friends. I'm sad. Sad Xander.
4 rooms.
Okay.
It's not like we're going to make you pay for our rooms.
No, I'm paying up front for these rooms for
He
a
would
week.
like the presidential suite for himself.
Yeah, but give you the money.
I have enough.
Everybody else gets the basement.
He's 8'10".
Hold on.
Presidential suite is a normal room.
He doesn't know that. He's lived for so long, he doesn't know what the presidential suite
Well,
is.
so we want to go to the...
Yes.
So,
Ow! I will go
So it'll be
quickly.
4 silver a room a night.
Okay.
I mean, we can just wait for him to come back, because he said he's going to go get a room at the inn real fast. We could just hang out here.
we can also...
Did you telepathically tell him that we're going to go see go to the Guild of the Arcane?
Yeah.
So, I'm
I'll
assuming...
grab 3 rooms for 7 days.
Okay.
So that's 86 silver.
Money bags over there.
84.
Yeah, 84.
I mean, I have 700 silver pieces.
So do I.
Yeah. We dug through that pit and got stabbed almost to death.
It's not called the pit
Hawthorn.
anymore. It's called the vault.
I think I was a little closer than almost to death.
You were dead. I'm pretty
Cool,
sure.
I'm on my way back.
Okay, we're going to go up to the room.
I was only mostly dead.
Yeah,
You
she
know,
indicated
they
which
put it
one,
on my
and
pockets.
you can see from the...
Give you a
silver.
chocolate pill.
Alright. And at that point, we're going to go ahead and take a little pause. Everyone can stretch their legs, and we're going to lose Perske for the night.
You are correct, sir. Let us face though. I'll be the guy that's planted outside the dorm room.
Okay.
Alright.
Do you trust us to make decisions?
I mean, I haven't really made any since we started, so yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Have fun.
Good night.
Bye, Perske. Talk to you next week.
I feel like we need a group name.
We don't have a group name, do we?
No, we don't.
Eventually.
Wow, we're way far in on this and we don't have a group name. Holy shit.
Hey, it's okay. The campaign I ran, they never got a group name.
I mean, I feel like our last campaign, it took us most of the way through the game.
Because it was changed every week, and
It was
just called the Dumbass Adventurers.
No, we had a legit name for a while, the Apex Adventurers, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
But that probably took us 3/4 of the game to come up with.
Yes.
What was our group name in Starships?
The Blue Man Group.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Because our ship was the Azure Blade.
That's right.
And 3 of our people in the group were blue.
Yep.
Out of the 5 of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that...
Echo was blue.
Oh, Echo was blue.
You were blue.
I wasn't blue.
You had a blue hue to you, I thought.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, Steph's character.
No, Kara was blue, and I think...
Kara, whatever her name was. Shay, right?
Shay.
And
was
Liz's
Shay.
character, her bodysuit was blue.
Maybe.
Oh, that's right.
There was a lot of blue in the group. That's how we ended up becoming the Blue Man Group.
Well, then that didn't help that the literal freaking flagship of a ship we got was blue.
Yeah, that was our sci-fi campaign. It didn't get very far. But, because we're back to our other campaign, so...
Alright.
Anyway.
So...
Thanks for watching our Pillars of Sypetia video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and feel free to check out our other campaign going on right now, the Library of Taba. We're a pretty great group over there, and we look forward to seeing you in both places. Thanks for watching again. Tune in next time.